This is a good way to bring joy to other people, and not just what's going on in the office. It's bigger than you. It's bigger than the office and that kind of stuff. So this is a really good way to share the joy. Welcome to Dental Hygiene Development. We invite you to listen along as we discuss all things dental, including personal and professional growth. I'm Autumn.
And I'm Paige. We're just two best friends discussing what we love to do and how we do it. Grab your Diet Coke, Diet Dr. Pepper, or your favorite glass of wine, and let's talk about anything dental hygiene. Hey guys, it's Autumn and Paige here with Dental Hygiene Development, and we are bringing you podcast number 4 today, which we are calling Bringing Joy into the Office. We are in full Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and we know it's a lot on your plate this time of year, so anything that we can help the mental load and bring some joy and some happiness even moving into the next year, we want to help with. So.
Yeah, for sure. We know it's hard. Like, even when you're not in the office, there's so many things going on in the office because everybody's trying to get their last minute appointments in, getting in for the end of the year while they have time off, while they want to use their insurance benefits before the end of the year. So we are overloaded at work. I don't know about y'all, but I think it's just general.
In general dentistry.
We're doing that. Plus we are off sometimes. So it's like all those patients into a condensed schedule. And then when you're not at work, you just have so many things that you're constantly thinking of. Like, do I have all the Christmas presents wrapped? Have I bought them all? Am I buying one more than I should for the other person? Did I send the Christmas cards out?
Grocery shopping.
Yeah, did I get enough food? I got to cook for this, and this. So there's just so many things going on this time of year that we just need a little bit of joy, just the little things in life, the things that you can do in your office to make the day go by easier, just to bring joy to your life in any capacity whatsoever.
Which kind of brings us to our first topic, which I really love, which is going to be frustration shredding. And honestly, you could do this at your family Christmas if you wanted to.
You probably should. That's a really good idea. Yeah.
But sometimes it's hard throughout the year. You're working together day in and day out. You're with the same people. Everybody has different personalities and different ways of working. So it can create frustration throughout the year. And I think this is a great way to kind of anonymously present maybe some issues or things that cause you frustration throughout the year without having to specifically call anybody out on one particular thing. So just as a group, get together, write down some frustrations that you've had throughout the year, the bigger things that maybe are hindering you. And then also back that up with some solutions that you maybe have come up with.
Yeah, no one wants no one wants the person who's just like, meh, 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 but doesn't give any input to fix it. Yeah.
Yes.
If you have an idea, something, you need to have something behind it to say, this is what I think would make it better.
Absolutely. So, it's okay to share that you're frustrated, but then you want to be part of the solution. Yeah. I think any good leader or teammate is trying to, it's all about the intention of I know you're not trying to frustrate me. I know that's not your intentions, but that's kind of, me with my personality, how I'm taking it. So this can help us move forward as a team and a group in a positive way. So I think that's super important. But everybody probably has a shredder in their office or, you can even just tear it up, whatever.
With all the patient information, throw it out.
Yeah, some people at home would actually burn it in the fireplace or something like that, but don't burn your office down.
Yeah,
obviously.
Please, Lord, that's the last thing we need. That's happened almost in my office. We've almost burned it down like twice at the lab, but that's a whole nother story. So don't burn your office down.
Yeah, don't do that. We're not suggesting that. But in some way, shape, or form, present the information, come up with a good solution, and then rip that stuff up, get rid of it, toss it out. That was in the year previous. Now we're moving forward with that off of our chests, and we can implement the solutions and then, hopefully move forward in a more positive way. So I like to start out the holidays that way. Like, let's get a fresh start and then we can enjoy all the other things. Because sometimes all of the time your boss, that time of year we're doing team building. Yeah. And then by the time the end of the year's here, you're just irritated and sometimes you're not in the spirit.
You can only hear Jingle Bells so many times on the radio before you go insane.
Sometimes you're not in the spirit or in the right mental place to get all the benefits from the team building at the end of the year. So I think if you get your frustrations out first, and then go into it with a different mindset, it's a lot better. And
but I think kind of like any kind of therapy you would do, like you want to make sure when you're going over these things that you truly go over them. If it's you, like try to fix it, and then be like, let it go. Like this is truly a letting it go situation. You're shredding it, you're burning it. It's a fresh start. So don't hold it against somebody or try to pick who was the one who said that I was doing this. Like really just take it as a learning situation. Be like, because sometimes we don't realize that we're doing things.
Right.
Like I know that, so you don't realize that people like tap their fingers or do something weird with their mouth or make noises that could drive people crazy. Or just putting things somewhere or not finishing something in sterilization. You know, something like super that you don't realize you're doing. So they're not, obviously if they're not attacking you, this is a way for them to come out and just let it be known to you. You're learning, but you really truly have to let it go. So just take it as learning and be like, thank you for showing me. And just like you would want anybody else to do for you, just let it go.
Most people aren't intentionally trying to cause drama or frustrations or anything like that. So this time of year, this works with family too, but I try to remember, like, think of the intention behind the annoying behavior or action or whatever. And the intention is usually always something good. And so focus on the intention and not the action. And if you can correct the action, correct it in a neutral kind of positive way. So we really think that's an awesome way to start.
That's a really good one. I think it's a good idea. Another good one is something that, you know, you probably learned as, you know, when you're growing up or when I went to church, we kind of did it like the angel tree or whatever. But as a group, we all know that not everybody in our community is having a great year, especially after COVID. There's a lot of people who still have a lot of stuff going on at home, and Christmas can be a hard time if you feel stressed and you don't have the money, and you know, you don't want anybody to feel left out. Or like this could be somebody like your kid, like you've noticed that when you take your kid to school, like this kid doesn't have everything that they need, or you know somebody. I'm sure there's places in your community that you can find these types of families, but if you adopt a family, you can do it as an office. Like it's something good that you can do and put in, and I think I'm actually gonna like bring this up this year for my office because I think it's a really good thing. We all know that thankfully I am blessed with more than I need. And I don't ever have to worry about that at home right now. But if I ever get into that situation, I don't want to for my kids to ever feel left out or not having anything. So this is a good way to bring joy to other people, and not just what's going on in the office. It's bigger than you. It's bigger than the office and that kind of stuff. So this is a really good way to share the joy.
Well, I think too, like it also helps bring into perspective of like some of your minor frustrations. Maybe not that big of a deal when you actually step into someone else's shoes and see what they're actually going through during the holidays. So I think it helps refocus your mind for the year moving forward. But also I feel like the biggest joy you get is when you do something for other people. I mean, it really is. And you know that it's very impactful. And I think adopting a family, whether it's a family in your office that you know might could use some help that year, or maybe their kid has a feeling they need to have done and they put it off for a really long time. And you know it's finances. Like maybe y'all can collaboratively get together, everybody donate $20 and get the, you know, say we're going to do this filling complimentary for you guys for Christmas this year, because I know it's something that would, you know, bless you or be helpful. So there's a lot of different ways that you can adopt a family, whether it's, you know, in your office, outside of the office, you know, somebody you know.
And it can be, like you said, it can be something that you know that they're putting off their work in your office because they don't have it. Or it can be something that you know that they need something on Christmas morning for their kids to wake up to, or food to get them through the holidays so they have a good time. Like there's so many things. And a lot of times as hygienists, I feel like we hear a lot about people's story because the doctor doesn't, I mean, not to say they don't, but they don't spend as much time as we do in the chair with them.
You know what's going on at home a lot
and
of
you
the time.
can kind of, you feel people out. Plus you just know people, like I said, you probably know somebody in your community, but it's a really good way for their office to come together and do something for the bigger, you know, for the bigger whole.
Well, I feel like too, I know we did our gift guide and things that you can give each other in the office that you would actually like, but a lot of times it's stuff, you know, you're trying to get each other stuff, but then you're trying to stay under a certain price limit, and it's really like, do they really want that? You know, and it's something you feel like you could spend your money towards that, you know, will be a good call. So different dynamics in different offices, you can kind of figure out, you know, what works best for everybody, what everybody would enjoy doing together. So
yeah, I think that's just a good way to give it back.
Absolutely.
You know, we get so much through the year, and I know that we are blessed, and especially in this profession, we make a good living, we can definitely pay it forward.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, for sure.
So I think this one, I'm kind of like a kid at heart with this kind of stuff. So I think this is so fun. But like, I love the spirit days in the office. Like, everybody gets to
do. It's a fun way to get every day.
Yes.
Yeah.
And, you know, we're always in our same, you know, monotonous, like, uniforms and whatever, and it's fun. And I think the patients love it. They see you as, like, a human being more so. It's more fun. Yeah, and it gives them an insight into your office personality. I think it makes them feel like at home, more, you know, comfortable and relaxed. And I just think it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, it is fun.
Yeah, and I know sometimes you're not in the mood at first, but then when you actually do it, you're like, this was so fun.
Yeah, it does. I feel like that we do this around the Halloween time, but I've never even really thought about it because, you know, you dress up and we have team costumes. But I think Christmas you can do it too because it's so fun. Like you could have everybody could be reindeer or something, or the the infamous tacky sweater
like
thing.
Christmas vacation people in the office.
Oh yeah, I love Christmas vacation. Yeah, so I mean you can do this in so many ways, and yes, it can seem kind of daunting at the first, but you're right. When you come into the office and everybody is like having fun, it just makes the atmosphere in the office silly. It makes it a fun time. The office, like as you said, the patients feel it. It just makes it
a
more
stressful
joyful.
Time of year. It brings more joy and more fun. You just have to be a good sport about it and, you know, play along and yeah. And I think too, like with all this stuff, like there's ways to even use it as a good marketing tool or, you know, things that actually benefit the office, not just for fun, but, you know, use it on your social medias and that kind of stuff. So even if you're not real like gung-ho or excited about it and you're more of the like business-minded person, like there are benefits to it business-wise too. So
yeah, there is. It goes both ways.
You can bring all the joy and the fun and whatever, but it's also good for your business. So if you're one of those who's a little more business-minded, then, you know, keep that in mind.
Yeah.
Bring you joy knowing that it helps the business.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It brings the money in. Patients are more likely to feel at home. They're more likely to want to spend their money in your office. So it's all, I think when it comes to, we all know that dentistry, it is a business in the long run. We do. But the best way to make your business profitable is all about taking care of your patients. And
office morale and patient morale.
Yep. And patients feel everything. So
they do. They really do.
If you are joyful, if your office is joyful, it's going to make your patients joyful, and it's just going to bring it full circle.
Yeah,
so
it attracts,
it's a fun time.
I feel like positivity attracts positivity too. Like, you know, it's very true. Like, you know, those are the type of people you're going to bring into your office, I feel like, if you have that vibe, because those people are going to notice and then they're going to tell their friends, and usually their friends are similar to them. And I think it's just a good, positive growth strategy anyways. So,
yeah, it's fun. Yeah, awesome. And kind of in that theme, like a fun time is, if we all know, we were just talking about in our gift guide last episode, we can give to each other, you know, like, and it can be the things that we talked about, this is good, but it's also the little things, like just in your office, like we do stockings. I don't know about y'all. We do like a secret Santa. Yeah. Where we pull it out, but you can do so many things in the office to give to one another. Yes. We do a secret Santa where we draw names, and we do that on like the day before we go out for Christmas. But we also do stockings, and that's more of everybody brings something. So like I'll go buy a stack of $1 lottery tickets, right? And everybody gets a scratch off. And who doesn't love a scratch off? I don't know.
That's awesome.
You don't ever win anything, but that's fun. Or you can go get the little little hand sanitizers at Bath and Body Works, like something fun to put in there that everybody gets, and it's like Christmas morning, but for your office.
And I think this is a really good opportunity to specifically sit down and take a little extra time to say like why you value that person. You're putting it directly in their stocking. Like, we as an office value you because we notice that you do X, Y, and Z, and we appreciate you. Because let's face it, all of us need a little boost of like, I see you. Like, I saw you do that. I maybe didn't say it all year. Like I should have. Exactly. But we want you to know that we noticed and that you did this. And I think, honestly, if the bosses could get in on that and do their own, and then also have the employees just go around and do it, and then, you know, you don't even have to read them out loud, but if you wanted to go that far, like just go around the table and read it out loud and see how blessed you are as a team, like the things that people are doing together. And I think that kind of boosts your spirits. But even if it's just kind of anonymously in their stocking.
It's always fun.
Yeah, absolutely. So take time to acknowledge people in your office.
Yeah.
I think that's super important.
Yeah, and you can do, there's a ton of different things. I'm sure that people do all kinds of different things, but other options are like, you can do a treat swap. Everybody, look, we all need that extra sugar during the day, during the holiday season in our office, because we are running low. We have a lot of stuff going on, and it's always nice when other like offices, like when we refer out, the referring offices give us like these really grand treats, grand cakes. Sometimes patients bring them in, but we can do it for each other. So you can come in and everybody brings something sweet and have like a sweet swap and do those kind of things, or ornaments, because who doesn't like a cute ornament? And then or you can use them for the ornament. We have a tree in our office, and everybody can, we all bring in an ornament every year that has to do with you. So like last year, I think I brought mine because I actually had an ornament when I bought my wedding dress like the month before, so I was engaged, so I got an ornament from there. And I'm really particular, my home tree is very like themed out, so it was like a pink ornament, so it was cute, so I could bring that there, and everybody has an ornament on the tree that represents them.
That is really cool. I love that idea.
Yeah, so you can do a lot of things that you don't just have to do one specific like secret Santa drop. You can do so many things to do for each other and bring things in.
Yeah, I think that's really important because, I mean, you're all working together all year, but to take a minute to personally, like, you know, do something for each other that's not necessarily work related is super important. Morale helps morale and relationships. And it's being on the personal side of things, I think that does help relationships, because the more you know about somebody outside of work, the more you understand who they are and why they are the way they are and that kind of stuff. And I think it just helps you work better together. So,
yeah, it's really nice to do things that don't have to do with work sometimes.
Yeah, even if you're at work,
Just for sure. Enjoy people that are not in the work, like, mind frame, which I think is what this whole thing is about. Like sometimes we got to get out of that mind frame and just enjoy life, and you sometimes have to do it at work.
Which, I mean, is another reason why I think it's super fun too to like actually decorate your office, like you were saying, do the tree and make it more personal. But it's just something about Christmas decorations that they just like light you up a little bit, you know. And so I think it's cool to actually go and decorate your office and do it as a team. And I think it brings you joy as well as the people who come in, and they feel more at home and that kind of stuff.
Yeah, so I always try to decorate my operatory too.
Yeah.
And like put those things in there, so patients when they're sitting in there, it doesn't feel so it doesn't feel like so
your
clinical.
Updated Christmas card, or you know, something like that they can see.
Another thing you can do, like I've seen this, and we've done it before. We used to have contests where you can do it, like if you take, you know, a lot of people come in and like an electric toothbrush is a really good gift, or like a whitening kit is a good kit, and you could like have contests in the office to see who comes up with the best like gift basket looking thing, and like put it together and send them out for the patients, and then the patients, if they buy it, they get the whole gift basket. So of course they're paying for just the toothbrush, but they're getting the gift that's already wrapped. And I think that's pretty cool. Like patients like that. When you go to the store, if you see something that's already wrapped, you're always like,
you're like, yes, please.
But it's a good, even if they don't buy it, it's super cute in your operatory. It looks like, or you're in your office and it looks like something different. It's not just sitting out there, but you can use it for multiple things. But that's a way you can make anything into a little gift thing in your office.
That's a really good idea. I love that.
It's super cute because that decorating, put the stuff up, get the wreath, get the tree, you know, go all out. You can only listen to so much Christmas music, so I think you have to switch that up. You know, like we're going to listen to Christmas music either half the day and then go to our regular music the other half the day, or switch alternating days. But even if you don't have Christmas music going all day, you can enjoy the look of the Christmas decorations in your office.
Absolutely. I mean, I'm a big music person too. Like it affects my mood. So I'm with you. Like a little mix here, a little mix there, it'll be perfect.
Yeah, do a little bit of each, so you get the holly jolly thing going, but you also don't want to like lose your mind hearing the same. There's only so many Christmas music songs you can listen to.
That's right. We're lucky that nowadays, though, I think you have like so many different genres. Like you can do like, you know, Frank Sinatra Christmas, or like vintage Christmas, or you know, at least change up the vibe of the Christmas music. So,
that's true. Yeah, that is nice.
Yeah, some of them are kind of sappy Christmas music. I'm not a big sappy Christmas. I like the jingle bells and like the, you know, more.
Especially not when you're in the office, like, because no one wants to hear really sappy music while you're, you know, got a drill going next to you in the other room. Like that will make you feel depressed. But like, something upbeat, something to get them excited, make them feel in the mood, like the patients. Because if we feel it, they're gonna feel it. They're gonna leave in a good mood, and I think it just all around it just spreads out. So when you leave the office, if you can leave out out in a good mood. If your patients could leave out in a good mood, you're going to run into them at the grocery store, in the shopping, wherever you're shopping, and everybody not going to be so crabby.
That's right. Well, I was about to say too, like your patients have a lot going on outside the office. So if you bring them a little bit of joy, like you might change their whole day with like little holiday spirit at the dental office. So
for sure.
You never know. You got to think past the little decorations, but what it might be it's like trickle effect or whatever.
Yeah. So. Everywhere. Yeah. Yeah, and I think that brings us to like our last one, which is not just doing something in the office. So we're doing all these things in the office, like decorating the office and having Spirit Week where you dress up and, adopting family and do these things in the office. But I do think it's really important that as an office, you get out of the office and do things together as a team outing, as a Christmas party, whatever you want to call it. Get out of the office. Like do something together that's outside the office to celebrate celebrate the year that you've had and the success you've had in the office, but celebrate the holidays, celebrate each other in this time of year, and just being thankful for the blessings that you've got this year.
That's right.
And being able to do it in a different setting, go to dinner, go bowling,
see Christmas lights,
anything.
Like charcuterie boards, paint nights.
They have all those cute little paint nights that you can do now, that you can go to different places and paint and do those kind of things, and just really enjoy one another outside the office where you're not talking about patients and, those kind of things, not talking about the business, but just truly enjoying one another.
And getting to know each other. And like we said earlier, knowing people on a personal level really helps the work relationships. So yeah, I 100% agree with that. I think that's super important to do. And the laughter and the fun and, you're creating memories and you're sharing experiences together, which, builds your relationships outside of work too. So yeah, I think it's awesome.
It takes a lot. Sometimes it takes a lot to, have that joyful spirit during the holidays because we have so much going on. Yeah. And you can just think of all the long list of things that you have to do. So anything you can do, whether it's at work or not at work, to bring joy to yourself, to bring joy to others is the way to go. It puts everybody in a good mood.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's not easy, but it's the way to go.
It's not easy, but it is the way to go. And we know sometimes holidays are challenging for people too. That, there's a lot of things that happen around holidays that aren't so joyful. So I think everyone deserves to try to create as much joy and happiness for themselves as you can. And if you're someone who knows someone's having holidays are hard for them, to, pay extra attention to that. And I'm sure you probably work with someone who has that, and, try to bring them a little extra joy, like do a little something, go the extra mile. So you can make a difference in just their holiday in general too. So
yeah, and you don't want to end the year at work, I think, on a at a rough side. You want to end the year. It is the end of the year. You want to end it happy. You want to go out with
positive note.
Yeah, 2020 was hard, but 2021 has gotten a little better, but there's still things that make life harder for us and everyone. So, anything that you can do to make the year end better and try to go into the next year a little bit better could be helpful.
Really wonderful.
Yeah.
Well, we hope you guys have enjoyed spending some time with us. We hope that you have the most wonderful, blessed, joyful holiday season and a Merry Christmas, and you enjoy time not only in your office with your coworkers and hopefully friends, but your family as well. And if there's anything special that you can think of that you guys have implemented, please feel free to let us know. We love always having good ideas. The more minds that come together on stuff like this, I think the more joy we can spread. So
absolutely,
we are always open to new information and ideas. But yes, please tell us all of your holiday traditions. Let us know what you like to do, and keep in touch with us on all the social medias if you would like. Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, all the things.
Yeah. Subscribe so you make sure you know our next podcast. This is our last podcast of 2021.
Oh gosh,
we haven't done a lot, but the next time we see you
is.
guys, it's going to be a whole new year.
22.
Yeah,
22 is my favorite number, so it's going to be a good year.
It's going to be an awesome year because you know what that means. Baby Cranford's coming.
That's right. January 13th is my due date. So. And we might have a New Year's baby according to the doctors. So that's going to be really fun.
Yeah. So 2022, I think is going to be a really good year. Yeah. We're going to launch a lot more stuff with DHD. So we're excited for you to follow along with us. Yeah. So make sure you subscribe. Like Paige said, make sure you follow us on all the things so you know what's coming up and you can share in the joy that we have. Post pictures, do those, tag us in it because when you do things that in the office or just in general that bring you joy, we want to see it.
Yeah, we want to share positive things. We want this to be a family and a community, not just y'all listening to us, but this is a place for you guys, as we keep saying. Like, we want you to feel like you have a place to share all the good things and have a place where you can grow in your profession and in your offices. So yeah, definitely reach out to us, and we definitely look forward to it. We enjoy it. It brings us joy.
It brings us joy. It does. It really does. What brings us joy is hearing from you guys and knowing that you listen. Anytime that, honestly, since this has happened, like when people tell me, hey, I was listening to you and Paige this morning, it's very strange. Like, it's weird, but it does bring you joy because
you're makes your day.
You're like, wow, they actually listened to me this morning. Like, it's getting out there. So we truly appreciate every single person who's listening to us and filling in and telling people about us. Like, those things are super awesome to us, and you do bring us joy. So thank you for everything you've done for us in 2021.
Absolutely. We'll see you in 2022.
Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.